I had a viewer leave a comment recently that said I didn't retire early, I just quit. I hadn't heard that one before. It's an interesting way to look at it, but I don't agree. Retiring early is different from quitting your job. Usually, in order to retire, you have to be with your company for a certain number of years and be a certain age. I was a teacher. In my district, you had to be at least 55 years old and had to have worked for the district for 10 years. I was 58 and had worked there for 20 years. If any of you are seeing me for the first time, I just retired in June 2024 with just under $500,000. When you retire, you also typically need to give the company advance notice. I gave my district 6 months notice. If you retire early instead of quitting, you may be eligible for certain benefits. You might be eligible for health care, COBRA, or even a pension depending on your organization. But if you quit, you won't get the same benefits as a retiree. When you retire, you leave with grace and dignity in a way. There's nothing wrong with quitting a job, but the relationships you have with your former employer and coworkers might be different than if you retire. It all comes down to your intent. Retire means I don't intend to work again, but quitting means I don't intend to work here again. Quitting means you choose to leave a specific job, but you'll probably go to another one. Retiring means you choose to leave your career. A lot of fire people retire from their primary job, but choose to take on some kind of hobby job. This hobby job would have flexible hours and be more to keep active than for the income. That's me with YouTube. I do make a little income, but it's really more something fun to occupy my time in retirement. I filled out pages and pages of retirement and pension paperwork. I have a small $800 a month pension now. I had a retirement party, and I don't want to brag, but I got this golden apple paperweight from my district after 20 years of service. Too bad it's not real gold. So it sure feels like retirement to me. The common definition of early retirement is just retiring before you're age 65. Deciding when to retire is a totally personal decision. There's so much resentment out there for people who choose to retire early. I'm still surprised by it. It doesn't bother me anymore. I got over that pretty fast. The reason I share stuff like this is many of my subscribers are planning to retire early. Knowing how people might react can be really helpful. In my experience, people feel resentment when someone has something they don't have. And some people just don't have an acceptance for early retirement as a lifestyle choice. They think you're not contributing anymore. Some people think we should keep working and contributing until we're too old to do it anymore. People aren't meant to work 50 hours a week until they die. That's just ridiculous. People may ignore what you've accomplished up until now, including the taxes you paid throughout your career and the taxes you'll continue to pay in retirement. Retired people also often volunteer and contribute in other ways. I guess I still just don't get the resentment. It doesn't bother me anymore, but I just don't get it. Why would someone be mad or jealous about another person's achievements? It doesn't make what they do any more or less valid. Lots of people say to me, "You're so lucky." I'm really not. I worked my whole life, did the 50-hour work weeks, paid off my house, scrimped and saved. I still drive a 15-year-old car. I learned to be a hardcore saver when others were hardcore spenders. Yes, I retired early. I left my exhausting career and I'm living off my savings now. Retired usually means that work is an option and no longer required for you to survive financially. I worked really hard to get here, but people don't usually ask about the hard work, the planning, and the sacrifices. When you choose a non-traditional path, you sometimes get criticized by those who choose the normal path. They may view your choice to take a different road as a criticism of their choice. Everyone's different, and there's no right or wrong answer as to when you should retire. Everyone makes their own choice. If you want to work until you're 80, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just not what I wanted to do. Some people count down the days to retirement, and some people who are in their 70s are excited to go to work. Working isn't inherently fulfilling or not fulfilling. It's really about what you value and enjoy. Work does involve selling your time for money. I wanted to get to the point where I owned all 24 hours of my day. To me, it's amazing. It's all I dreamed of. Whether or not you can afford to retire early depends on several things. How much money have you saved? Do you live below your means? Do you have debt? How much are your living expenses? Will you get Social Security or a pension? Do you have other streams of income? People don't understand how an average person has the means to pull this off. The majority of people don't have very much money saved for retirement. Retiring early is a lot of really disciplined hard work. When choosing between things or freedom, I chose freedom. But it's totally an individual choice. There's no right or wrong decision. It's your life and your choice what to do with it. You have to choose what's right for you. To me, time, particularly while I'm still healthy, is the most valuable possession I'll ever have. The main reason I started this channel was to help people plan for retirement and to show people that you can retire early on less money. For people who've grown up keeping up with the Joneses, I want to show that there's another way. It's never too late to start saving for retirement at any age. Leave a comment if you want to share your experiences. Have you heard anyone say retiring early is quitting? Have you had people resent you? I'd love to read about your experiences. So maybe I retired early or maybe I did quit. I don't know if it really matters. What matters now is that I'm free and living my best life. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Julie and this channel's Happy on Monday. Thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, please like. And if you're interested in retiring early, consider subscribing. I'm going to leave you with a quote. If there's anything you should stop wearing after age 50, it's the weight of other people's opinions. Hope to see you again soon.